So, if you have a nice place to stand, please stand up. If you feel comfortable taking your shoes off, I encourage you to do that. And I'm sorry that I'm so far away. You could, yeah. So just stand up. You could stand just, if you have a chair, you can just stand behind your chair. All right. Now, the first thing we start with is our feet. So I know it's hard to see my feet from here. Nope, they're not in the picture. Anyway, so when we do, when we stand, as we get older, this pad on the side of the foot tends to get pushed out. Can you see that? This pad on the, here, I'll show you. Close up of my feet. All right, so this little pad here on the side of the foot tends to get pushed out. And so what we want to do is push it under. Oops, I forgot to mute everyone. Just one sec, I promised I would do that, and let me just do that. Whoop, come back here. 1 second. Okay, I'm muting everyone. If you need to come on to ask a question, you can unmute yourself, just the little microphone in the bottom left of your computer. You can just click that and you'll come back on, but for now I'm gonna mute everyone. Mute all, allow you, okay, here we go, muting, all right. Okay, so that little pad on the side of the foot, we want to push that under. And so this is what it looks like. Take the side of your foot and push your foot into the floor. There, can you see a little bit better? And you can bend your knee a little bit. And we're just gonna push that pad into the side of into the floor. Lift your toes and set your foot down. Okay, now the other foot, make sure that's tucked under. Take the other foot and make sure you're aligned, so both feet are facing nicely forward. They're not sticking out to the side or pointing towards each other. They're nicely forward. So take the other foot and tuck that pad under, just shoulder width apart. Lift your toes up and set that foot down. Okay, now if you look, you got a nice view of my knees, which are kind of going out like that, right? So what I'm going to do is try my best to pull my knees in. Pull them in, twist them so my kneecaps are facing out and my legs are falling. But your knees may be doing something different. So have a look at your knees and see what your knees are doing, your feet and your legs and your knees. So see how I can move my legs pretty easily, right? Into this position, into this middle position. So there we go. Okay, I'm gonna just step out now from the screen. All right, so now we have our feet and our legs. Take your hands onto your hips. You can stay where you are. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see, but you can stay where you are. And what I want you to do is tilt your pelvis so that your tailbone's sticking up. You see how my pelvis is tilted forward, and then tuck it way under. And then find the center. So some of us have a habit of walking like this, so we have a little ski jump off the back. There's a small one anyway, but some people have a really exaggerated rounding of the back, and other people really round forward, right, where we're walking sort of hunched over, and it's likely these muscles are very tight. So you want to stand up and find the center of your pelvis. Okay, so now your hips and your pelvis are nice and straight. Now you want your rib cage to be tucked in, just nicely tucked in, not too much though. So again, you can put your hands on your rib cage if you like, and you can tilt your rib cage up and tuck it way under, and then come somewhere in the middle, so that when you feel your tummy, your rib cage, it's not sticking out, it's not tucked too far under, you can feel it a little bit. So now you've got your rib cage. Take a deep breath. Okay, next are your shoulders. So Just realigning. So look down again. Are your feet okay? Are your knees okay? Your knees aligned? Is your hips aligned? Your rib cage? Okay, just do a little tour up your body. All right, and then your shoulders. So like I was saying earlier, often our shoulders are forward. Mine definitely are, but I'm always working to get them back. So a nice way to do that is to bring your hands palms facing up and take your hands out to the outside. I was doing so much of this when I was kayaking. So helpful. So helpful. Just helped me to engage those muscles at in my underneath my shoulder blades here. In and down. All right. So you can, and then without disturbing your shoulders too much, allow your hands to drop to the side, and they might sort of hang funny because they're used to your shoulders being like this. So when they're in the right place, your shoulders sort of have to readjust. So just let them hang funny a bit. They'll eventually work their way out. And the last is your head and your neck. Oh, can't see what I'm doing. But there's a little, if you look at, just imagine this spot. You don't have to touch it or anything, but imagine the back of your head at the top. And it's as though somebody is taking a little piece of hair and pulling your whole spine up. What it kind of does is realigns your whole body, actually. So if you were falling like this, you pull up through here. That's what it looks like. Nice. Lovely, hey? So now I'm nice and tall. And so what I want you to do is close your eyes, realign your body from the bottom, from your feet, your knees, your hips, your rib cage, your shoulders, and your head and neck. And then close your eyes and breathe. And just allow yourself, your body, to remember this position. Because we're in such a nicely aligned position, we can breathe more easily. And when we can breathe more easily and effortlessly, we feel more calm and relaxed. And our organs start to be more calm and relaxed, like our lungs and our heart, of course. The heart will respond as well, just to our posture. All right. So now that you have that nice alignment, when you sit down, I want you to try to realign the top half of your body so that when you sit down, you don't all of a sudden sit like this, right? I want you to try and sit like that, where you're nice and tall. Okay, so have a seat, either in a chair. If you want to sit on the floor, I'm going to sit on the floor. Now I can turn my screen down a little bit. Let's grab a couple pillows. So if you have pillows, that's a great way to be more comfortable. If you're sitting on the floor, it's nice to be a little bit higher, because what that does is you can sit kind of on the front of your seat, and then it'll tilt you can use this position to tilt your hips forward. See, I'm sort of falling forward, but it's tilting my hips nice and forward so they're not like collapsed. Okay? So I've been meditating for a long time and doing yoga, so my knees go right to the floor. But if yours are more like this position, it's good to put some, it's good to put something under your knees. Okay? So if you're sitting on the floor cross-legged, put something under your knees. If you're sitting in a chair, just make sure that your feet nicely touch the ground. If your feet are dangling or there's a lot of pressure in the back of your leg, put a pillow or something underneath there for your feet. You want to make sure your feet touch the ground so that you can get this nice posture in the top half of your body, and your knees are kind of in line with your hips, and then your feet straight down. Now, having said all of that, when you're meditating, make sure that you're comfortable, okay? If you're not comfortable, just gently and quietly move your body, not to disturb yourself too much, so that you are comfortable, okay? All right, so get comfy. Now, and then just close your eyes for a moment and remember what that nice posture felt like, and see if you have it. Do you need to adjust anything? Do you need to take your shoulders back? Just notice that. Good. All right, and then I like to put my hands into a little circle. These are called mudras. All these things that you do with your hands, you've seen that, I'm sure. If you've meditated before or just seen any yoga or meditation advertisements, they're always doing this, or this. And each of these mudras, that they're called hand positions, do something different to the body. But I like this one. I find this one super calming. It's a calming one. So what I'm doing is I'm taking one hand and I put the other fingers on top of of my, well, in this case my left hand. I put my right hand on top of the left, and I just join my thumbs together and gently set it down, trying to keep my arms in place, trying to keep my arms back, my shoulders back, I mean. All right, but if you're on a chair and this feels more comfortable, that's totally fine. Or if you like it down here, you can put a pillow, put your hands like that so you can keep your shoulders back, whatever works. I might put one here so that I can rest my hands and keep my shoulders back. All right, so the meditation that I want to do today is just the basic meditation. So we're just going to sit for 10 minutes today, not too long. And this is just a silent meditation. I want to say that for the most part, our minds don't stay still right away, first of all. If you've never meditated before, your mind might be busy. You might be thinking about things. That's okay. Meditation is still beneficial even if your mind is busy. There's someone coming into the class, so maybe they just got kicked out or something. Oh no, it's somebody new. Okay, and yeah. So, hello, whoever's joining us new, I can't see. All right, so we're about to go into a 10-minute meditation. It's a silent meditation. Get your posture, sit nice and tall, and just bring your attention to your breath. Just notice what your breath is doing. Are you breathing heavily, or are you holding your breath? Just notice what's happening. And if you want to adjust how you're breathing, then go ahead and do that. Maybe you need a nice deep breath to start. If we've been holding our breath, we might need a nice deep breath just to reoxygenate everything and relax all those muscles that we're holding. So just close your eyes whenever you're ready. And you can always bring your attention back to your breath. You could say something as simple as breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Or in Sanskrit, which is basically the language of yoga, they say so, hum. Just so nice. It's a really nice saying. It means I am that I am. Very simple and peaceful, I think. So the words are inhale to sew, exhale to hum. Just a regular breath. Sew, hum. Sew, hum. Let's keep going. I'm going to close the door. Inhale to sew, exhale to hum. I am that I am. Good. And any thoughts you have, just let them come and let them go, and bring your attention back to your breath. So, hum. I am that I am. And you can just label your thoughts if they come. If you get a thought, just notice, just say, oh, there's a thought. Okay. And just let it come and let it go. You don't need to push it away or hold on to it. Just let it come and let it go, and then bring your attention back to your breath. And let's go into silent meditation. attention back into this room, your room. And just move your body in any way you need to. And when you're ready, just slowly and gently open your eyes. Good. Nicely done, everyone. I want to say namaste. If you want to stay in this peaceful place, you can just sign off. Namaste means the divine in me salutes the divine in you. So namaste. And thank you all very much for coming today. If you want to stay and ask a question, you're welcome to. I'm going to come unmute all your speakers. If not, you can sign off, and I will see you next week. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thanks, Gwen.
Okay, thanks everyone. Too short now. There. Thank you so much for coming. Does anyone have a question? No? Okay. Bye, Mary.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.
I forgot to switch to what I do now.
You can leave.